This segment of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Welcome back. Opposition leader Philip Davis urging the government to be proactive rather than reactive as a new and more transmissible strain of COVID-19 continues to spread in countries across the globe. Mr. Davis adds that the government's next move now should be to make testing accessible and free for Bahamians, as he's concerned that they may have been exposed to the virus. He says putting this in place now would make our country better prepared if one of the strains comes to our shores. The PLP leader added that the government should also prepare to isolate any new cases so that Bahamians can be treated in our clinics and hospitals without concerns of becoming affected there. He reiterates that free testing is the smart thing to do and the right thing to do, adding that no Bahamian should have to choose between food for their family or a test to know their COVID status. Mr. Davis says the government's formula of lockdowns and curfews resulted in devastating knockout blows to many businesses and adds that lockdowns are not a plan. He says he's confident that Bahamians are united in wanting the government to move proactively and to produce a plan in which lockdowns are the last resort, not the first step. Health officials confirmed 13 additional cases of COVID-19 yesterday, 12 confirmed here in New Providence and 1 over on Abaco. The national total now stands at 8,101. 7 of those new cases are male and 6 are female. There's now 1,154 active cases of the virus in country, 12 of which are hospitalized. All 12 of those hospitalizations are considered moderately ill, and no patients are in the intensive care unit at this time. No recoveries reported. The total amount of recoveries now stand at 6,720, and the death toll stands at 175. 279 tests were completed yesterday, 265 of which came back negative. Of that number, 1 was a repeat test. A total of 57,763 tests have been completed to date. There are some 250 officers expected to retire at the start of January 2022. This coming from Commissioner of Police Paul Roll recently during the force's presser. Currently, there are some 3,570 sworn officers, including 900 police reserves.
In the last 5 years, we recruited 508 police officers. During the same period, we lost 515 officers, including 93 police officers last year to retirement. Due to attrition factors, an additional 121 police officers are expected to retire by the end of this year, and another 130 officers are expected to retire in 2020, beginning January of next year.
The commissioner says that the numbers are daunting given the fact that the force was unable to sustain recruitment levels to supplement those losses.
We are hoping to conduct a recruitment exercise in short order as an initial step to rebuild the strength of the force. This is critical because it takes at least 1 to 2 years before a new police recruit is fully productive. That means that even after an officer has retired officers may not be as productive as the previous officer for 2 years. We'll be losing out on potential value for months to years after retired officers have left.
Now, Commissioner Roll says that he's in the process of restructuring the force, and quite a number of officers were served with transfers to the Family Islands to reinforce manpower in those areas. Commissioner Roll says that he continues to review policies and realign the ranks of the force to efficiently manage manpower throughout the country, adding that training plays an important role in the organization. In 2020, the force facilitated the training of 2,548 police officers and an additional 207 law enforcement officers from other agencies. Well, that does it for news this evening. Once again, I'm Tyler Simonet, and from all of us here at JCN News, have a wonderful weekend, everyone.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.